Hey there guys, what's going on? Welcome back. Today we're going to be covering the new SBC Flashback Javier Mascherano, and I've always been close to this guy because back on FIFA 11 he was one of my first biggest informed purchases, and you didn't have FUT Champs division rivals to be making those coins, so you either had to put a lot of time into the game or just trade. And obviously like informed prices back then weren't as inflated. But Mascherano, I've always liked him on the game. So I knew as soon as he was released, I was going to test him out. And I want to be doing a lot more of this type of content. So you guys should expect the following day, I'm going to have a proper breakdown, playing a lot of games to be testing out these cards to see whether or not you guys should be spending your coins and unlocking them. Let me waste my coins if they're bad, right? So if you like the sound of that, hit that subscribe button. Don't miss any content from me. And if you can, leave a like as well. That'd be much appreciated. And if you want to keep up to date with football news around the world, One Football, download the app, links can be found below. So to unlock this SBC on PlayStation, it's going to set you back around about 75,000. On Xbox it's about 80 give or take, and then on PC it's just slightly more. It's an 85 rated side for Mascherano. It's not a bad price in a way because it's 87 rated, like you're getting a nice card, but with the lack of links, and there are quite a few pros and cons that I want to go over today. But for the price, we're going to find out if it's worthwhile. So 10 games, 3 assists, loads high work rates. His attributes, I mean, the acceleration and sprint speed is there, which is a plus. The passing stats, like short pass, long pass, fantastic. And I was able to find like a few balls that you're about to see. The dribbling, I mean, the ball control, reactions, balance, composure, very, very nice. And then the defending, he's got 92 interceptions, which is huge. Defensive awareness, a little bit on the low side. Strength 76, I mean, that aggression just makes up for it, right? And his stamina is only 82 though, so obviously if I could like upgrade a few stats I would, but I mean you can't complain. Like 70,000 looks like a really good card. If you're someone that has gone for Zanetti in the icon swaps, you've got that link to him. You don't have to worry as much. And with a Hulk, if you unlock that ultimate scream, you've got even more chemistry. And I feel like EA are going to be playing on this a little bit more. So we could see a potential flashback Lavezzi or Alessandro Lopez. So you'll be able to get some chem eventually. And then with more icons being released, maybe an icon swap version 2, like season 2. Yeah, so we're going to find out if he's worth it. So with the formation, I was using a 4-2-3-1, so he was playing alongside Vieira as my CDM. So I got a good idea as to how these guys are going to play. Cruyff's video will be released tomorrow or the next day, like similar to this one, a bit of a player review. So I've got some awesome goals to share with you boys. Let's go and find out if he's worth it. So I didn't want to just fool you guys with showing you like tackles and interceptions over and over again with Mascherano. I've kept an eye out as to what he is really offering. So I'm just naturally playing with the team. You're going to be seeing the goals and I hope you enjoy them. So for the first few games, I've got to be honest with you, Mascherano did go missing. I didn't notice any interceptions, any tackles, just everyone else in the team was breaking up the play for me. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, right? Or is that? Like if your CDM isn't being noticed, I guess it is a bad thing. But as the games went on, I started to player switch, close my opponents down, and he felt like fairly strong going into the challenge, but definitely not on the level of a Kante. I mean, would I say he's better than Alan? Like everyone uses that guy in the weekend league and he's only like 40,000 coins now. So you've got to like weigh up 40,000 versus 70. Has he got that Alan tackle? I would go as far to say he does, but he doesn't feel as good on the ball. So if you're playing a 4-2-3-1, Allen is so much better for that role because he can turn, he can weave, and he can play make. It's not to say that Mascherano doesn't have a good pass. One of the balls especially, I was catching my opponent out on the counter attack, and it was like a direct diagonal from really around the right back position over into the left wing spot, and I think I had Neymar at the time running onto it. That was great vision and really good long passing. So yeah, building up from the back, I think this guy would best be suited as a lone CDM in a 4-1-2-1-2. So if you're someone that plays that formation, you're going to have Mascherano really stay back, and a tactic that you could use is drop between defenders. His awareness to the game, maybe that's one of the reasons why I noticed that he goes a little bit missing, because his natural AI positioning isn't at the level of a Kante or even an Allen. Like I feel Allen does read the game a little bit better than Mascherano, but as long as you're taking control of him, then I don't think that's going to be that much of an issue. So a 4-1-2-1-2 is just going to focus him in that central area, and then you're going to notice a few more interceptions. But with his playmaking, I did get him into the attack to test him, and it was fine, but I still believe for like a CDM pairing, like in a dual partnership, I don't know if Mascherano is really about that. So lone CDM if you're looking to pick up the card. Now 70,000 coins though, I've got to say that with the way he played, it's not bad, but it is if you're locking in coins for an untradeable. So you may as well just go for an Allen who's 40k, and then with the lack of links as well, it's just an awkward nationality and it's an awkward league to be getting chemistry with the man. So for that reason, 70k is a little out of budget. I think a fair price would have been 35 or even 40,000. As it is a flashback, he's got some nice stats. I think 40k would have been a good price. So he's not value for coins in a way, but he's not too expensive. So if you're a fan of Mascherano and you think that you're going to be able to get chemistry in the future, he's not going to be a bad defender for you, but he just doesn't have that feel of a Kante. But some of these goals that I was able to bang in, like Ronald Koeman, you know what? I'm going to speak about Koeman right now. This guy feels really, really quick. He's good on the ball. His tackling isn't as good as, let's say, a Ramos. He doesn't have that real control. Sometimes when I go in for it, he breaks up the play though. He breaks up the play and it goes maybe a couple of yards away from him at times. Whereas Ramos, for me, he like went in for a tackle, he latches onto it and comes away with the ball really, really cleanly. But there is no issues at all with this Ronald Koeman and the way he makes those interceptions, last-ditch tackles as well. And there was one free kick that the guy jumped the wall, and I really do believe that it was headed in. The circle was so small, so trust me, if you're playing with this card for 650,000 that I bought him for, it's money well spent. You're not gonna moan about the price. And then with Virgil van Dijk and himself being that centre-back pairing, it was just outrageously good. And it's someone that if I were to purchase on the RTG for like 650, I'd be loving it right now. I think for his price, I wouldn't really want to pay any more, but I don't think paying any less is right at all. He is true quality, and this is only his middle version, right? I tried the baby one in the draft and I wasn't really too keen on him, but the middle version has a big thumbs up for me if you're interested in the card. And then when we eventually get around to the primes, the prime icon moments, this guy is going to be good enough to be played as a CDM centre back, maybe even a cam. Like that, maybe you're asking a bit too much, but a cam, Ronald Koeman, I'll take that. But Mascherano, I mean, just to make it clear for you boys, is he really worth unlocking? I guess not, because there are so many other CDMs that you can go for on the game. So really it comes down to being a fan of Mascherano, knowing that you're going to get chemistry in a team with him in the future, and that is pretty much it. It's a good card. I think 50,000 would be a fair value, a little bit overpriced. But he is definitely playable. I liked him personally, but he's not one of those cards that I'd say go and rush out and complete. Save your coins, get those tradables in until there is like a big flashback SBC that you're interested in. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, boys. Drop a like if you found this video helpful, and I will see you boys on the next one. Team out. Peace.